You know, I used to make excuses about not going to meetings because I didn't have a car. I can't use that as an excuse anymore. I have a car. I went to my meeting. You know, I'm grateful that I have options. There's definitely life outside the Castro. There's definitely a fellowship which is so enriched, so prosperous and fertile, where sometimes soil just does not have the right nutrients for a plant to grow. You know, and the growth becomes stagnant or it dies because it's not being fed. It's not being given the nutrients it needs. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the field, except for, you know, sometimes soil needs to be replenished and given a break in order to be able to be fertile for future seasons of harvest. I really feel like that's where I'm at now in my season of harvest, is that I have been replanted in fertile soil that works, that helps me grow amazingly. You know, and I'm happy. I'm blessed. I get to watch others' experiences and listen to their strength, their hope. The way that worked with them. Not necessarily for them, because as I've heard even tonight, it's not about us doing. It's not our doing. It really isn't. It's doing everything the exact opposite of what you'd be willing to do. It's about learning. It's about listening. It's about observing. It's about working. The thing is, if I went out, I may make it back. I made it back the last time. I made it back the time before that. But at what cost? I'm not even talking about Europe. I'm not even talking about Peru. How long would it take me to come back? Am I willing to go through 4 months, 10 months, a year, 10 years, 12 years? I think that was the longest tonight. 12 years. Am I willing to be out for 12 years? And living incomprehensible demoralization day after day. It's living, but not living. You know, I'm grateful that I've had my moments of clarity. I'm grateful knowing that going out today could have been easy. Thankfully for a higher power, I didn't go. But, yeah. So, you know what I'm doing tonight? I just finished the meeting. Yeah, it was a really good meeting. I don't want to use. I don't want a needle on my arm. I don't want to smoke or snort or anything. That's what that says. That is what this says. It's not necessarily what this always says. You know, and I have to honor this, and I have to align this with this. You know, and when I can't humanly do it, there's a solution. So what I'm going to do after I'm finished with this video is I'm going to turn on my Uber app. Yes, I'm driving Uber and Lyft and doing what it takes to take care of me, and I have no shame. But after I finish this video, after that, I'm going to do it for an hour. You know, get as many as I can get in again. And then I'm going to another meeting. 2 meetings in one day? Ooh. What has happened to me? I've replanted in fertile soil. I've given myself nutrients. And I'm doing everything the exact opposite of what I've done before. Because I have purpose. I have life. I have love for me, for everything. And I know that there's a solution. And I have the tools. Do I know what the solution is? The solution is don't use. The solution is show up. The solution is not being selfish. And the solution is it's okay to feel uncomfortable. It really is. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to feel. It's okay to experience. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to white knuckle. It's okay to ask for help. You know, sometimes asking for help is simply just showing up. Going to a meeting doesn't even mean having to share at that meeting. It means just being where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, knowing the consequences, and play that tape through, as I have. I play my tape through. Yeah. You know, I get to honor my experience today. I get to honor my strength, my hope. Inconceivable thoughts, ways of doing things. You know, and for that, I know there's a higher power. I know there's greatness. That's not me. You know, but the one thing is, regardless what I know, I don't know jack shit. I really don't. And that is exactly where I need to be. I don't know jack. Because everything I've known has been flawed. That's the way the thinking of an addict goes. But I get to learn because I want to learn finally. I want to listen. I want to know. You know, I've asked questions. I've done that part. Now, instead of asking the questions, it's accepting the answer. How far am I willing to go? Am I willing to humble myself long enough to not be a know-it-all and to accept the advice that others offer, to follow the answers that others give me from their experience? Do I want what everyone else has? I want that life. I don't want to be somebody else. I want to be me with a grounding that I can't do in my own consciousness. I am not humanly capable of doing anything extraordinary beyond simply being me. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm not even going to go drive. I'm going to take this time to fellowship. Scary. I don't know where this is coming from. I really don't. Cut. I'm going to go fellowship. I'm going to show up to the meeting early. And I'm going to fellowship. I'm going to help greet. I'm going to get to know people. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. And I'm going to do something I have not done and I don't do. I'm going to put myself out there in order to make another addict feel welcome. To feel like they belong. To reassure them they have a place. And I'm going to be teachable. I'm going to be teachable. And that's what I'm going to do this evening. And I'm just going to continue to breathe. And I'm going to do and show up where and when I'm supposed to.